have their mind on the goal. They are on the track to success, and these guys mean business. So this is one name you should definitely. Dante has been outset, and just as I said that, the game is underway. Whew. All right, guys, place your bets. Place your bets. Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't have a gambling license, so you're gonna get me into trouble. But anyway, let me see in the chat who you guys think is going to be taking the win in this game. As far as all the hate and everything that is going on, I mean, if we have viewers from elsewhere and from India, I mean, you know how it is. I do apologize for that. It's something that we need to work on, together as a, I mean, a nation to comes later, but as a community, as a gaming community, we all need to, learn to get along a little bit. I understand that competition and egos are on the line, but hey, man, we all have the same goal. At the end of the day, we all want to see our flag flying high, when we get that victory. But it is what it is. We learn over time. We're a brand new community for those guys who are watching from elsewhere. We're a brand new community on the gaming scene, the Indian gaming community. We're getting there. We'll get there. Give us some time. We're just starting out, and yep, we should be a force to be reckoned with soon enough. It's going to be fun. A lot of talent from this country. As you know, we have one of the most populous countries in the world, giving competition to China right up there. So if the Chinese teams are reigning right now, hey man, we've got the population for it too. Alrighty. With that said, Scouts playing again, and this time we are playing Miramar, a crowd favorite as far as competition goes. And let's see what the playing path is. Pretty much down the center. We are going south to north, right over Los Leones. Picado is going to be in the drop zone. San Martin, Hacienda, the water treatment plant, with all the common areas, all the hotspots in good flying distance. So, in my opinion, everybody should be a little spread out this game. There'll be a lot of options in case they, do decide to go, to the same place. They can always move around a bit more. But I think we have a lot of takers for Los Leones this time. And I think Team 8 is going all the way to Puerto Paraiso. These guys are going to go start off at one end, with Team IND not too far off, just a bit to their west. We should see a lot of action in Los Leones right at the beginning. A few teams are going to go to Chumacera. No takers for Picado this time. Picado is definitely going to feel left out. And here we go, jumping in right in the action with Team 22. Yudu up against a lot of enemies nearby, and I think Manprang is just figuring out what he wants to do with his gun, what attachments he wants to use. Let's quickly have a look at his opposition. We have Team 16 in the distance and Team 15. 4 squads in fact, in the same position, almost about 200 meters apart from each other. And in fact, over here, Team 15 is just, 50 meters away from Mitchell, and he does spot it. Morizo is going to go for the shot. He does get a few shots on him, and Mitchell is down. A little bit of desync over there. However, that is the end of Mitchell's game already. That was a quick start. All rejection gaming already have lost a member. This is going to be a big blow to them, but we should see them bounce back at some point. And Onik is taking shots at Yudu, and Onik with the shotty. Choco is draining down hell right now. He did manage to take out Zuffy. Let's quickly have a look and see where that fight is taking place. That is not over here. Choco is somewhere on his own, doing a lot of damage. Let's quickly have a look and see what's happening elsewhere, where this fight is going on. And it's right up here to the north. Team 21 is in trouble right about now. VIP is one man remains from VIP right now, and he is right up against the enemy. He does get knocked out again. Razor MY a bit too far off. I don't think he's going to be able to do much for his team. Let's have a look at, see where he's falling about. Like I said, you do have options in this map to get away, and that is exactly what we see here. Razor with no loot, he knew he had to just get the car and get out of that tight situation, and that is exactly what he's done. I was expecting to see Team Soul up over there at Campo Militar. However, that is not the case. Let's quickly have a look at see how the boys are doing from our Indian teams. I think Team TX is in trouble, and they have already been outset from this game. I do believe that. I did see a couple of knocks earlier. Team 23 up against Team 6. Pretty close by. Team 6, again, we saw them in the last game. YQL, super aggressive, and I think they do have a know-how that the enemy is right next to them. I think Hazel is going to be in a little bit of trouble. A little separated from his teammates. Relaying the information right about now that the enemy is pretty much nearby. A good nade at the staircase, and that is actually a beautiful nade if he got pushed back. However, had it been timed a bit earlier, that would have done a lot of damage. Hazel is going to go down. There is no chance for his survival. Lynx down to a 2-man squad, and Team 6, as you can see over here, is spread out quite well. With a member from Team 6 at the church to the the southeast of your screens. Keeping point, and let's quickly have a look and see what happens over here. Team 23 trying to make sure that the push is deferred. However, this is going to be a bit tricky. Peter might actually expose himself to the back, and that is exactly what I thought. His back was out the window. However, Lynx's eye is keeping this game alive for the team from Thailand. The moment I saw Peter's back exposed to that window, I had a feeling that he is going to get taken down, and that's exactly what happened. And again, unfortunately, they did not learn from that mistake. They probably thought the shots came in from inside the house or from elsewhere, but that little bit of hail on the side of the road, on the side of the house, sorry, actually gave them all the advantage that they needed. Team RIP right over here in the middle of the water treatment plant. They have enemies on all sides right now in the form of Team 19. If I quickly have a look, they are kind of spread out. It is RRQ, and RRQ loves this map. We've seen this. In fact, I remember this one game, this very spot where RRQ was up against another team, and just amazing bit of display from them. Team RRQ definitely knows the enemy is right and over here. They have their sights on Team 9, and they have a lot of angles. Let's have a look at Drawn and see what he sees. He does have that Scar L. They are trying to take aim. I think he has an idea of where Tempest is, but they're just waiting for a little bit of a coordinated attack on these guys so that they hit them from all sides. We're going to have to wait and watch actually for the kill feed. And just as I say that, Nerfeco has taken a few shots. Legend taking a little bit of damage, but Team 9 now aware of the danger that the enemy is right near them. I think Tempest is going to be looking at him. He does have that M24 with that 4x. He did not, however, take that shot. He's in a beautiful place with that shot. Let's see if he connects. He goes for the head. A bit too slow. I think he's rightly waiting for that hill glitch. We all know that hill glitch. Now is the time when he's going to take a shot. And is this going to be a connect? This is not a connect, and they have moved in. This is going to be trouble for Legend, who is going to go down just as we said that. RRQ Boonk and Nerfeco with a lot of aggression, and this is what I was talking about, the different angles. Drawn with some fire over there, and that is the end of the RIP boys over here with Naruto, the last remaining member. He is going to get out of here. He obviously is going to be in a bit of a tricky situation with not a lot of options available. Let me quickly go and have a look and see what's happening elsewhere. Team 16 and 15 are still head-to-head, neck-to-neck. However, they're just getting a few knocks. I haven't seen proper kills in the kill feed right about now. And let's quickly have a look at the zone. The zone is all the way down to the southwest, where a few teams are already in the zone. It's going to be, again, a scramble for all the teams who are outside to come in. But this is Miramar. You have a lot of space to travel. And this is kind of interesting. Team 24 this time. We only have Jelly and Requiem. They're playing as a 2-man squad. Let's see what these guys are going to come up with. A little safer, I'm sure, but you never know. Anything can happen. This is, after all, PUBG Mobile, a battle royale game, and you can get shot at from right under your feet if the guy is wearing a good ghillie suit and you don't spot him. Again, no hard and fast rule of survival, no hard and fast rule of winning. Anything goes, and this is what I was waiting for. Team 17 is moving in towards Team 22. I think Geek is just going to relay the information right about now, not take shots at them, because he is the last man from his team. A single shot from him right about now can actually spell trouble, because if the boys from Onyx decide to push up on him, this is going to be really tricky. But in the background over there, Team 15. And just as I said that, Geek takes out Onyx EXC, in fact. He is not one to stay down. He's like, I do not care if I'm the last guy standing. I am going to pick a fight. That is amazing. Matthew, he does have an angle on Matthew. Matthew's trying to get a few. I thought he was trying to get up on that rock, but he's trying to get an angle for that grenade, and Geek doing the right thing and moving out. Again, good knowledge of his terrain. He knows where to jump. He has moved back a bit. Matthew with a few shots. And this was almost going to be a good thing. ARG Saraboy actually coming in and playing spoilsport over here, providing Onik with some unwanted assistance. However, the boys from ARG Saraboy is the last guy remaining. And again, one thing is very commendable about these teams, especially teams like ARG and what we saw earlier. They are not ones to go away from a fight. And something has broken out over here. Team BTR up against a fight. I think it was a vehicle fight over here. luxxy has just dismounted from his vehicle. He did take a few shots. I did see a knock earlier. However, I think zuxxy is the one who knocked and did finish a guy off from Team 18. Aura should be one man down. And I was right. Aura is one man down. Evos, Oro actually playing for them this time. Maxi goes down. Jaden and Roses are going to be having a hard time. Maxi goes down. Roses takes down ryzen. Let's have a look and see what Roses sees. He takes down luxxy as well. Oh my goodness. But he does get shot from the back from Liquid Noob. Again, different angles, guys. These guys spread out to make sure that the enemy, because if you're shooting in, you know the enemy is going to be looking at one direction. These guys are trying to make sure they countered that. Now Roses is going to have a tough time. Jaden is going to find it a little tricky to pick up his teammates. Again, no vehicle to get close to them quickly. Maxi, I think, might just be able to come right over here behind this sheet metal fence. And the revive is underway. Now, this is going to be interesting. Liquid actually might be the one who will have an angle over here. Roses goes down. Aura still has some hope. Jaden and Maxi are still holding their ground strong. Maxi should go in for that thing. He did hit that grenade. You saw him trying to jump out of harm's way, but the HP was a bit too low, and he does get knocked out. Liquid Noob coming in for the kill. Let's quickly have a look and see what we see from his point of view. They know that one member is alive. They're not taking any chances about now. They know that one small mistake, and it can all go south. And luxxy goes in. Jaden gets the knock on luxxy. luxxy got caught up in this fence over here. But that is the end of Aura. Brilliant, brilliant bit of display by BTR over here. If you saw that, it was a well-coordinated attack. luxxy obviously went in right over here to be the bait of sorts. I mean, he could have got the kill, no doubt about that. But backup was never too far behind. Quickly going over to the middle of the zone. I think SBZ is taking a few shots. Last game's winners. I just want to concentrate on the zone real quick for you guys. We see Team IND, Team 12, GCB, Team 11. The boys from Team 11 are still alive and kicking right now. Ronak and OS went down earlier in the game, right towards the beginning. However, they are still going strong. And what's this? We have a car that just blew up, if I'm not wrong, up to the north. And that is exactly what happened. I do not have any idea where that took place. But Team Nova is out of the game right about now. If you just kept an eye out on the kill field, an explosion took out 3 members from Nova Esports, and that is the end of their game. Team 8 over here, Soul Pothead with that M4, trying to figure out if he can spot an enemy in the distance. They are going to have trouble brewing from the south in the form of Onik. I think they have to be a bit careful. Devil might have actually spotted something. Let me quickly have a look. Devil with that M24 that he loves. Boy, man, the M24 is just a very special gun. I mean, it definitely holds a special place in my heart. In case you guys don't know, I love me some sniping. I won't say I'm very good at it, but it is something that I enjoy the most. We'll come back to this fight later. Onik have moved out. They are not picking a fight over here. And Team 7 is taking a few shots on, I think, a member of Team 16. That should be the last guy from All Reject Gaming, Saraboy over there, trying to get out of harm's way. He is currently safe over here. This is quite an interesting position. Normally, we don't really think of this spot right over here. Let me just zoom out a bit. Jay-Z is trying to make his way in. Team 7 again. Is it a 2-member squad? No, all 4 of them are still alive and kicking. Again, spread out, covering as much ground as they can. Because it does have an advantage if you think about it. The more ground you cover, the more opportunities and the more options you have, especially when the zone is this big. The second team from Nova Monsters or NVM. These guys are going to have eyes on RIP Naruto, the last guy from Team 9. He does take a few shots. None of them connect. Oh my goodness, a flip and flop on that buggy might spell trouble. And I think as long as his tires and everything are all intact, only one tire lost. It is the rare right tire. But I think he's going to just get outside the rendering distance, and Naruto shall live to fight another day. Man, the boys from RIP, if you've learned one thing, the boys from RIP don't live up to the name in the sense that no rest in peace. These guys are going to survive till the end. And right over here, I see Team 12 is taking a few shots. GC Busan, these guys, again, a very formidable team with 2 kills to their names. They are making sure they have a hold of this compound. I think they might actually go up on the hill. It'll be a bit of a better spot. Looking over the map, I really don't see a lot of conflict. I think Nova has spotted another team, and these guys are taking shots. The Mini 14 with that 8X from the car. Eggdog driving, and his teammate Shirin is now going to take that buggy. These guys are obviously going to try and make sure they get all the buggies and vehicles around. And RIP Naruto finds himself in a tricky situation once again. They are taking vehicles. I mean, he is going to go out for the kill. He shoots down Aim Locker. He does get the knock. Beautiful bit of work again. Something different from what we saw in the last game. Naruto taking chances this time. Trying to get that position points and the kill points to his name. And just like that, he manages to wipe out a member of Nova Monsters. Aim Locker, unfortunately, out of the game right about now. That leaves a lot of loot and a ready-made vehicle for Naruto to make his escape in. I think he's going to hold his position right about now. That should be the good call. Now, this is something that I'm interested in. Is Nova going to come back and try to get some kills? Nope. They have gone right past the enemy. Everyone has basically made it into the zone. Let's have a look at what's happening here. Devil with a shot. Took out a member of AY, if I'm not wrong. That was Devil with his M24, and Rebel over here with the Car 98. Scoping in on Team 7 just to their north. Team 7 still whole. They don't have any kills to their name yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking forward to change that in just about a minute. A little bit split up, but I'm pretty sure they're going to get back together when push comes to shove. The boys from Seoul have a good command on that compound down there. However, I wonder if staying on this hill is going to be a good idea, because if teams come in from the northeast, let's quickly have a look at the map. Actually, they're pretty stable over here. Team 15 has been taking a few shots for quite some time, if I keep an eye on the map. And Reno with a shot on Nerfeco. Is he going to get it though? He takes a shot, misses that one going right past his head. I think both the enemies, they know where each other is. They are just trying to trade a few shots and hopefully connect in the distance over here. YQL putting on some hurt on Scout, and Scout takes a few shots and he goes down. Unfortunately, Scout in a very good position, but his back was exposed all the way over here. YQL, again, these guys are making sure that they are split up and they have as many angles as possible. Scout with good reaction, he gets down to the ground. Paritosh is going to pick him up. Ronick and OS, unfortunately, looking in from the bleachers. They are definitely going to be analyzing this game and trying to figure out what they did wrong. And Paritosh takes a few shots on a member of Team YQL, trying to get away in a buggy. And I think he might just get a few shots over here. That 6x spray not connecting right at this moment. But I think his moment is still not lost. And now I think he is out of options. But now here's the thing. Team 6, these guys are going to be focusing. The boys from Team X are going to be focusing on the guys right over there to the center of your screen. But keep an eye on these two lads over here. Check this out. These boys are creeping in nice and easy. They know the enemies right over here. And they are going to try and do some damage. We're quickly going to come back to this fight. I saw a fight break out in the kill feed over here. Team 4 is laying down pressure on Team 24. And unfortunately, Team 24 is out of this game. Was this Team 24 or was that Team 20? I think it was IMP. These guys are out for this game. And Nova has an angle on Team 4. However, he gets shot too. Good spotting prowess by all the teams I've kind of noticed so far. No one is missing on their shots. There's no random firing. Everybody knows what they're doing. Again, practice makes perfect, guys. The more you play, the better you'll get. It's as simple as that. This is going to be super interesting. RRQ is going up against Team 15, the winners of the last game. What is going to happen over here? The Pmco is down. Boonk is a bit far off. Warwick is right behind him. He is going to come in for the revive. And this is going to be crazy. Naoto comes right up to the enemy in order to take him out. Something we don't see usually. Again, a very bold move by Naoto over here. Right in front of Team 19. And again, you got to keep one thing in mind. RRQ is a team that you do not mess with. The confidence is definitely running high. But you got to remember, it's the #1 team from Japan, Scars Black, and they mean business. A lot of shots fired in the distance. I do see in the kill field, Devil went down. I want to quickly go and have a look at what happens there, but let's see what's the game plan over here. Team 15, well spread out. A lot of gunfire back there. I think RRQ Boonk is just trying to get as wide of an angle as he can. Always a good idea. You know, you got to keep your enemy guessing, but he has been spotted and he definitely should be relocating right about now. But their Pmco does get a knock, and a member of Scars has gone down. Excuse me for a second. Throat's getting a bit dry. I should probably get a glass of water after this. RRQ is full, alive, healthy, and now these guys are pushing. They are going to go on the offensive. The pressure is now going to be on Team 15 because Boonk right over here, Dron, sorry, is making his move. Let's quickly have a look at what he sees from his perspective. He is definitely going to get a shot. Not a good move right over here. Morizo is going to take a few shots. I think he might just get knocked, just making it over that ridge in the nick of time. And over here, the member from MZ knows it's all out and he drops all his stuff for the enemy. A little bit of good sportsmanship over here, if I may say so. But obviously Team 15, they were the aggressors. Now they're on the back foot and they have to go all the way back to the zone. And quickly, let's have a look and see what's happening right over here. GC Busan is up against Team 6, if I'm not wrong, and Team 7 in the background over there. YQL up on that ridge to the northeast, raining down death. And Team 12 is kind of trapped over here. Team 7's #1, that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to push the name up over here, is on one angle, and Team to the top 3K is in the house on the opposite side. If these boys get knocked, it is going to be the end of their game. In fact, 3K is sharing the house with GC Busan right about now, and Justice and Dongjin are right near them, and Justice does spot him a little quicker, and 3K goes down with the last remaining member from Team 7 with a beautiful nade by Dongjin. Oh my goodness, that was beautifully timed. And the perfect trajectory. This is exactly where it blew up, right on top of this crate. And with that, Team 7 is out of this game. Team 6, however, still flying strong. These guys are going to be putting on the pressure. The zone has changed. Let's quickly have a look and see what that means. Team 20 and Onik already inside. Let's have a look at what's happening with the boys from Team Soul. Rebel, unfortunately, was lost earlier. These guys are going up against last game's winner. In the kill field, not to miss Naruto with a kill. He is not stepping down. That boy means business. RIP Naruto, obviously a guy not to run away from a fight. And he's put that on display right about now. Max Kosh gets a shot on Morizu and he goes down. Team 15 under heavy fire from up top and down below. This is going to be a bit tricky. Max Kosh goes down, however. It's now Uto who comes in, gets that knock on him. Soul Devil and Pothead just a little bit to the side. Devil in a very peculiar situation because I'm not too sure whether the enemy is going to look at this point right now. And in fact, one good grenade can end it all. And just as I said, one good grenade, holy shit, sir. Pothead with a beautiful grenade gets that team wipe, and just like that, Scars Black, the winners from the last game, are out. Pothead making sure that soul tag that he added to his name does do its job, and a brilliant bit of display over here. A little bit of a mistake by the team Scars Black over here. They were all coupled up together, and one grenade, like I said, good to the job, and oh my goodness, did Pothead deliver. Coming back up over here, ARG Saraboy is still the last man standing, and he is not giving up. Team 11, TX, Scout, OP, and Paritosh are definitely going to try and play spoil sport from above. Let's quickly have a look and see who all has made it to the zone. Team 10 is now going to be going up against the boys from Team 6. Man, I've got to give credit to Pothead for that wonderful grenade. Beautifully done. A whole squad, 3 members out in one go. Like I said, guys, that is what PUBG is all about. Anything can happen, and do not ever rule anyone out. Team 6 with a fight up against Team IND. Let's have a look and see what's happening over here. Lucifer has joined in this time. Lucifer, my boy, back from Season 2, used to play quite a bit, but these guys have to get a little bit... They're kind of in a valley of death situation right now. They have good cover, but high ground on all sides is going to play spoil sport to them. And I'm going to quickly go and have a look and see what's happening over here, because BTR is putting on the hurt on Team 4 right about now. Team 4 under heavy fire, and this is going to be a bit tricky. They are trying to dodge nades left, right, and center. And you see at the bottom of your screen, Sky is trying to get a little bit of a different angle right about now. But the zone is going to move in another 2 minutes. They do have a little bit of time to recuperate. Soul Devil going down to the zone as we see. I am not going to miss this fight right now. We'll quickly go back to them in a second. Naruto is still alive and kicking. Soul Devil does come to his injuries and he goes down. His game is over. And Max Akash gets knocked. Pothead, I believe, has decided to split, because obviously he couldn't do anything at that situation. They were in a car moving, and Pothead is going right towards the enemy over here. This is going to be a bit of a problem. It's India versus India. RIP comes out on top. Pothead a bit unlucky, reacted just a little bit too late. But all good things must come to an end, and with that, that is the end for Team Soul. A little bit of an issue over here. I just want to recap for you guys if you guys missed it. BTR was up against DX. The fight was good. However, if you notice these crates right over here, unfortunately, I saw him from the corner of my eye fall down from this cliff, getting shot. They fell. Two members fell down to their death, and the last 2 were quickly overtaken by the boys from BTR. BTR are still flying strong. They have 8 kills to their names. Ryzen, Liquid, Zuxxy, and Luxxy holding that flag high, and Kratos over here, we find him in a knocked out position in a very open position. He's trying to go for this little dip right next to the tree, but it's going to be a little bit of a problem in case the teams to the southwest decide to come in and say hi. As far as his teammates, Team 10 is a little far off, a little bit of distance for Kratos to cover. It is doable, but I'm pretty sure the boys from RRQ and TX over here, let's have a look at what's happening up top. I think Scout might be showing us one of his trademark 6x sprays, and he almost gets the knock on Justice. However, Justice manages to survive with about 15-20 HP. Beautiful bit of spray control over here by Scout OP. Justice is going to get himself up, and this is going to be tricky. IND Slayer is the brave one who goes down to pick up his teammate Kratos, and I think that vehicle, they're going to get back in as soon as Kratos patches himself up and drive back up to their teammates, who are actually in quite a good position as far as your surroundings go, because they have rocks, they have vehicles, they have this house, they have this little dip. They do have a lot of cover. Over here, Onyx is going up against Team BTR. I'm just going to let it ride out right about now. Zuxxy is moving in position of the car again. These guys, I think, are going to move out of the zone right about now. Prioritizing the zone. IND Slayer unfortunately goes down in the background. I'm going to quickly keep an angle over here because this is going to be mighty interesting. Ryzen and Onyx Tukang at the corner. A lot of gunfire. Let me quickly go back over there. Man, it's hard keeping track of all this, and you have to especially do it all in your own. RR2 pushing in on GCB. GC Busan trying to hold that compound, making sure that the boys from Indonesia stay well away. And Team IND unfortunately have lost 2 members. The reviving party, the rescue party, has gone down. And Scout with a shot on Warang, he takes him down. Let's have a look at what we see from his point of view. These guys do have an advantage right now. The zone is totally all around them, and they have that nice little high spot with that little bit of a ditch. Scout will have to keep an eye out on Saraboys to his left, because the last member from All reject gaming can actually do a lot of damage over here. Scout just playing spoil sport over here, messing up the fight between Team 19 and Team 12. These guys, however, that does give Team 19 enough time to go for the revive. And coming back up over here, Team IND is picking the fight with Team 6. These guys are not going out without a fight. They did manage to get one knock right over here. But now smokes are going to come in handy. The zone is coming really close in. VQL right on their heels. Is Lucifer going to be able to hear the enemy behind him in time? That grenade almost taking out Trance. I think Lucifer might just have an angle on the guy. He definitely knows what the people are going to pop out. He aims, he shoots. He does not connect his shots on time. And that is the end of Team IND, unfortunately. VQL, a desperate first aid outside the zone. Let's just keep an eye out and see if he's going to make it. He is definitely going to make it, but the zone is going to be a big problem for Team VQL, and that is going to be end of that. Going back up over here, Paritosh is knocked out. Scout OP trying to make sure that he does all he can for his team over here. Saraboy has been spotted. I think Scout is going to go in for the kill. He does take that scope off, if I'm not too wrong. He must have got the red dot on. He aims, he shoots. Both of them taking damage. Come up again, and Scout comes out on top this time. Beautiful bit of display. He had to do that, and he is going to get the kill and the revive. Paritosh is still going to be up and about. A good, in case you noticed, when he was moving right over here, you saw him like slow down for 1 second. That is when he switched out that 6x on his M4 for that red dot, because he knew it was going to be a close quarter combat over there. And now this is still not over. GC Busan is working their way up. They know the enemy is right over here at the edge of the zone. And is this going to be a good grenade? I think they're going to aim right down center for the smoke. Scout might be in the line of fire. This is not going to be anywhere close to Scout. Paritosh, I feel, might have an idea. 3 teams remaining, guys. Who is going to come out on top? We have GC Busan, we have Team X, and we have the boys from Indonesia, Bigatron Gaming. Bigatron Esports, I beg your pardon. We have a 3-way tie. 3 nations right over here. India versus Indonesia versus South Korea. Winner takes all. Again, this is not a tournament. These are practice customs, but bragging rights is what we are playing for. And right now, it can go either way. Let's have a look and see what Scout is doing. He's trying to snake his way down a bit. By snake, I mean sneak, just a little bit of a thing. He's trying to jump in, see if he can spot the enemy. Super interesting to see what they're going to do over here, because at this point, they still have the best position, but they're just a bit outside the zone. In fact, Yeonjun and Awaken might in fact have a good spot. And what's this? Shots fired over here. I think they're just trying to bait them out. Everybody is going to be coming in. Paritosh is going to get exposed a bit. He does get shot and taken down instantly. That was instant teamwork from BTR. They took out Scout and Paritosh in just a blink of an eye. And now Awaken goes up against Ryzen. Ryzen goes down. Awaken goes down. Yeonjun has a lot of competition, a lot of angles to look forward to, but it is BTR who are going to come out with the chicken dinner in Miramar. Again, BTR's favorite map, and these boys prove just why they are the best in this map. They have an impressive 17 kills to their name. Again, a lot of high kills. Like I said, these guys are going all out. Everyone has been playing super aggressive, and that's the only way you're going to get better. Coming up in Team 2, we have the team from South Korea, JC Busan,